up? It's your boy Abebe Lewis, man, and welcome back. Welcome back to my podcast, man. Behind the Beats, man. I know I've been slacking, y'all. I've been slacking a little bit on Behind the Beats, but man, I brought it to y'all today, man. I got a great, amazing guest who I respect in every fashion, every way, from the production angle, from the engineering angle, from the artist angle, from just the networking angle, and just like I did an interview with Papa Keith the other day, and Papa Keith says, like, I'm always changing, and I feel like this is Kent. Kent's always changing. He's always moving. He's always on to the next thing, man. We the best epic recording artist, Kent Jones.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here, brother BB.
How you doing, Kent? How you doing, my brother? I see we matching with the orange and the orange.
Right?
Hey, this was coincidence. Don't act like that.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
Well, they said coincidences don't happen, but I just picked this up, and we just
give it a little.
We just match the energy. You know what I'm saying? We match the energy, man. So Kent, man, like, I've been watching your career for so long. I remember I met you. I think you told me you was like 19 or 20 when I met you, man. So I seen your growth, and you know, one thing I always heard, how dope you was as a producer. Like, I really got to know Kent Jones as Kent Jones, the producer. You know what I'm saying? And I think what separates you from other producers is you play an instrument. What was the first instrument that Kent Jones learned? And like, how old did you start? Like, whatever.
So when I was like 5,
wow,
my aunt taught me how to play the drums.
Okay.
So I was playing the drums at my grandma's church in Memphis. When I was 5. My auntie was playing the drums, but she taught me how to play the drums.
Okay.
And I just picked up the drums, and I love the drums. So that drum thing kind of stuck with me for a little while. My mom tried to put me in piano lessons when I was like 8.
Okay.
You know, but I wanted to be a drummer, so I didn't really focus. And it was, you know, it wasn't as exciting to me as drums.
Definitely.
I didn't pick up keyed instruments till, you know, my early teens. So.
No, definitely. So as you like manifested into the artist thing and like with the production, like how did you transition from producer to artist? Because I know that's a very hard thing, and a lot of people have done it, but successfully, a lot of people haven't done it.
Right.
And you are one of the people who have transitioned from producer to artist.
Well,
and had a platinum single.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't call it transition, so to speak.
You're right.
Because even that song, you know, I produced it.
Yeah.
You know, we still end up producing our records.
Yeah.
So it's more of a state of evolution.
Evolution, okay.
You know, because if we want to say artist for what the word is, producers are artists.
That is true.
You know, they do create art.
Yeah.
You know, that's just another extension of a producer creating art. The same way a producer doesn't always necessarily make beats.
Yeah.
And a beat maker is not necessarily a producer.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A producer can make sure that the vocal performance is at a certain level for the song, that the background and that's all art.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day. So a producer could come in and use the artist as a vessel to perform the record to its highest level.
Yeah.
Whether it be executive producer, whether it be just the producer of the record itself, you know, that didn't make the beat, but put the producers together and you did
everything to
bring whatever it was.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel like it's just another extension of me as a musician, as a musical soul.
Yeah. I know you had some like mentors and work with different people. I'm gonna say a couple names and then you just tell me. Cool and Dre, what comes to your head?
Oh man. Well, Cool and Dre are, you know, not just people that I've come across, you know, they're actually, it's Cool discovered me when I was 19.
Wow.
I was 19 and I was going through some real crazy times with family and other things. And it got real bad. To the point to where I wanted to like run my car off the highway.
Wow.
Yeah, it was real bad. I'm in it. And Cool, you know, he recognized certain things weren't the same and kind of picked up on stuff. And he definitely guided me in the right direction. Dre, a year later, he had already known about me, but he came down. He was staying in L.A. at the time.
Yeah.
And he came down a year later, and, you know, he already knew about me, but we developed our own type of relationship. And, you know, of course, a lot of people don't know. Well, that's another thing. But, yeah, Cool and Dre.
Cool and Dre.
Yeah.
Big name, because, you know, that's when I met you and I saw you, and They're great producers, man. And shout out to Cool and Dre, man. Miami loves them. They have done so much for the city.
Yep.
Next name, DJ Khaled.
Khaled, my brother Khaled. Khaled. So I met Khaled, I want to say like in 2014.
Okay.
I was already doing some management stuff with Cool and Dre, and
from the production aspect,
right.
Who picked you as a? Sorry to change. Who picked you as an artist?
No, it was them too.
Okay.
But all right. So it was them, but the first person to sign me as an artist was Fat Joe.
Wow, Joe always got ears,
Yes,
man. Joe's ears is ridiculous.
I was signed
when it comes to new music, man.
That's where my Terror Squad roots come from. I actually was signed to Joe. Me and Illa was signed to Joe together.
Wow. Shout out to Illa.
Shout out to Illa, my brother, my manager, my partner forever. Yeah, we were signed to Joe together, and I was a producer at first. I was signed as a producer at first.
Yeah.
And then they found out I was an artist, and then that was a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? Then Uncle Crack had to, deal with his thing in 2013 or whatever, and came out super strong on top like he always does.
Yeah, see, Joe came out of that.
Like nothing ever happened.
When they talk about it, like, I was talking to my assistant Yana the other day, and she mentioned about beautiful disasters.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
This guy is a legend. He literally, nothing can stop him.
Like, that actually propelled him more.
Yeah, that's all. Nothing can stop us. Literally, though, nothing.
I'm not saying nothing, but we did do that song in Circle House. We tracked it here. I was here.
Oh, okay. I ain't know all
with
that.
Our boy, what's Infrared?
Yep. Shout out to my son. It's exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, exclusive.
That's my
exclusive.
son right there.
I forgot about
that's
exclusive.
That's my firstborn. He older than my actual firstborn. I'm proud of him too. He doing some real big things.
Is very good. Very good.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Uncle Crack, when he was such a real one, he allowed me and Illa to go out of the deal while he was dealing with. And Cool and Dre
that's
stuff.
so nice.
Right.
That's real.
Real.
Yeah, Joe's real,
Joe
man.
a real one.
Joe's real, man.
Like the realest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when, Cool and Dre, we started, working towards the management thing. Yeah. And so people don't know this too. The person that wanted to sign me before Khaled was Pharrell.
Ooh.
With I Am Other.
Okay.
Around that time, my boy, who later on started doing management stuff with me, Shay.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Came down to Miami. Yeah. And sat down with us. It was like, yo, P had been watching me since I think 2012, 2013. Yeah. I want to say 2013 through Illa, because Illa was managed by Shay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how P discovered who I was.
Definitely.
So when I met him years later, it's crazy. Not too long ago, when he saw me, this is the first time we met face to face, and I told him my name. He saw me. He was like, "Wow." You know what I'm saying? So it was a crazy feeling.
Creative people just be on that same path, man. It's just like you just know that somebody has it. What do you enjoy more, creating production or being an artist, and why?
It's the same thing to me.
The same thing. Okay.
That's like asking me if I enjoy. If when I'm listening to jazz, do I enjoy the music behind the soloist, or do I enjoy the soloist? It's the same thing.
So it's like a whole conception for you. It's how do you pick the record that's yours? Like how did you guys pick? Don't you mind?
Don't mind.
Don't mind. How'd you guys pick that record? How did that record manifest like that?
That record was a part of a whole project.
Okay.
Right? The only difference is that was the only song that got streamed off the project. And, had it been other songs that streamed, people would have seen, okay, this is a whole thing, this is a project.
Yeah.
So that song actually almost didn't make the project.
Wow.
It was the day before we were going to put it out, if I remember correctly, it wasn't on the track listing. Mm-hmm. And so I called, like, yo, what's up? It was 2 songs that didn't make it. The other song still didn't make it. And that was amazing, too, the other song. But this song, I was like, this song got to get on. It got to be on there. I can't not drop this project without this song.
Yeah, so the people kind of like took that song.
Right.
So they just love the vibe of it and just the simplicity of it. Because we know that you're such a dope producer, dope artist, and that's a simple song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how did you feel about that being like your hit song? Like,
okay, so I can never be mad at that record, for one, because, it changed the dynamic of my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, when we had this conversation, me knowing I had the ability to do way more, which it's evident now, we'll get there, but, I had the ability to do way more. It's like, it was a little frustrating, you know? And And that's why it's all about the work you do on yourself, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that may be frustrated in that way and may feel like, okay, I'm not operating at my highest. And then they start looking at all the things around them to blame for it. And instead of, how do I hone in on what all that I was given to that I was possessed to give to the world?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the process that I went through, even with Don't Mind Being Out. And I got tired of that song.
What were the numbers on Don't Mind? I know it went like platinum and
it went 8 times. No, 8, 9. I think 9 times platinum.
Wow.
Yep.
So coming from such a big single like that, were you afraid to drop new music or more music?
No,
because it's like that record was so big, and the Pitbull hopped on the remix. Who else?
Wayne.
Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
So you had Wayne and Pitt on the remix. Oh my gosh.
No, I had music.
Okay.
I had some music. I had music. And I always have music. Everybody you know, I always got music. Now, I did put out a single following Don't Mind. Mm-hmm. However, the structure of how Don't Mind was released, that I found out later on, it wasn't followed with that same, because it's a step and repeat. When you put out records, step and repeat. 100%. Especially if you see something work, step and repeat.
Yeah, your audience, your
you don't
target,
change that, you know. But something changed. It was a learning curve, I feel like, for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Including myself and my team. You know what I'm saying? Immediate and, you know, a little on the outer circle of things. But definitely an experience. And afraid, nah, I was more so of like that thing I told you, like I want to give them all that I have. Yeah. How do I do it?
How do you do it?
And there was a journey to that. You know what I mean? So,
because I've been seeing you, you know what I'm saying, lately I've been, you know, working, we've been doing some things. Yeah. I've been seeing you working with producers like Scott Storch and different things like that. Like that's why I asked you, like, what's funner to you? Because, like, I see you in so many different, like, ranges. Like, we're doing the production, being the artist. But let's talk new single. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk your new single, man. Your new single's on We The Best Epic. So you're still signed to DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Definitely. If y'all had a question out there, Khaled.
Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Come on, stop it. Yeah.
Definitely. You got Rick Ross on your new single. Yep. Right? Video shot. Who shot the video?
My boy AJ the Visionary.
Okay, AJ
Shout
the
out
Visionary.
to AJ. Yeah, I think
he did the DJ Nasty video too, right? Or something? No,
he did quite a few videos. Yeah. He did. Yeah. And outside of me, but that's my boy. We started from the ground up. Okay. That's my right hand man.
Definitely,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
On a personal level and in business. You know
What's the name of the song?
About That.
About That.
Yep, it's
and then Ross
everywhere.
Did, what, a 16 or
something like that.
Okay.
But it's crazy because that wasn't the original record me and Rick Ross did.
Okay. Did he just hear it and liked it? This one better or what?
No, the original record that he did the verse to was a rap song. Yeah. Where me and him are rapping back to back, and it's a real rap song.
Like ba 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 ba. Okay.
And it's crazy too. You know what I mean? But I had Bout That already separately. I had done it. And this was like maybe, man, it was like 2 years ago or something like that. Yeah. But then I added him on there. Yeah. And just to see what it sounded like.
What's one thing that you want the people to know about Kent Jones that they may not know? Like, what's something that you just want to tell the people that they don't really know about you?
That they don't really know.
Yeah, that you want them to know. There's something that, like, you know, they may think Kent this or Kent that, or they haven't seen you for a while, or just like, what do you?
All I got to say is this album that's about to come out, this is my first studio album. Yeah. Is well worth the wait.
Well worth the wait.
Oh man, they're gonna understand all the time that they felt like it's past or that. Which, by the way, it's weird. You know, I haven't felt any change in the dynamic of my energy out there, and I don't think it's ever been depicted off of whether I'm on the radio or anything. Because I was just I charted last year, just last year with D Nice and Neo. Yeah, we got to number 12 and number 16 on Billboard. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not sweating none of that. Yeah, I feel like I'm in my glory more than I've ever been. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So. This time they're gonna understand me. They're gonna understand the artist and versus understanding a record. They're gonna understand the artist so that all of the songs, it's a direct emanation of what they're going to discover that I am, and what I've discovered that I am through time, because it takes time for everybody. There's people older than me that still haven't discovered what they are, and they somehow have slid into this fandom self of, what my profile is to the public, and that's their identity. Like, it goes way further than that, and that's what they're going to learn with this first album. I'm telling you, like, everything about it, it's everything, man, and it healed me. This album has healed me.
I like that.
You know what I mean? And so I know it's going to heal other people too.
Yeah. Do you think Kent Jones gets the respect out there that he deserves?
Okay. I feel like I like I said, I haven't felt, and that's why I said in the previous statement, I haven't felt the shift of the dynamic of my energy out there, including the respect, in fact, sometimes I'm left wondering, like, man, like, do people realize, like, I haven't been at number one in a certain amount of years, and there are some people that do, but it doesn't connect to me per se. That they're usually on the outside as far as the fans. There are fans that do respect what I do and do know. There are fans that don't know because it's a bunch of other things going on, and public figures that get lucky and on TikTok, and now they're just the biggest artists in the world
and don't know
nothing. The fuck don't know nothing. So at the end of the day, cool. I'm not mad at that because guess what? I was the first artist to do TikTok before it was TikTok. Wow. It was called Musical.ly. And all them little kids was on Musical.ly doing my dance. Now it's TikTok.
You know what
I'm saying? So it's like, okay, what are we talking about?
Well, I think personally that Miami should respect Kent Jones more. Respect what you did, you know what I'm saying? And what you brought to the table as a producer and an artist. You know what I'm saying? You've done so much for the city, Kent. You've done so much for music. Because I guess I'm lucky. I'm not like other people. That's why I said sometimes I say, let's get the camera and just recreate and just spend a day with Kent in the studio. And you guys, they can see what I see. They don't get to see the keyboards playing, the drum playing,
and that's
the
why
creation, the hook creation. Somebody coming in, buying a beat and their mouth dropping like, oh my gosh.
That's why I say this album, BB, is going to do just that. I love the fact that you feel that way. You understand? Because I feel that way about the world. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. We all feel that way. To be real, we want to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you feel like you should get certain respect better. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So at the end of the day, that's why I'm glad I'm presented. That presents me a window of opportunity to wow these people.
And you really worked hard on this project.
Oh, 2 years.
2 years, wow.
And a year of that was just off of playlisting and putting the songs in order. This catalog goes about 5 or 6 albums long, and it's not redundant. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really, this is something that I'm gonna just say this. I know I told you I was gonna go light but I know I'm gonna say this. This album has because it already has those that have experienced it, which I want to do that listening thing. But it already has, and it will invoke a spirit that has not been felt in about 40 years, about 50 years almost.
Wow. So you went in, Kent.
Yeah. No one's bringing this spirit at all. There's no one you can point out that's alive that's bringing it.
This type of vibe.
Yeah.
Well, this your boy Abebe Lewis, man. I'll be right back. You watching Behind the Beats with the superstar, artist, producer, actor, race car driver, fashion, everything. Kent Jones. What's up? It's your boy Abebe Lewis, and you're back on my new show, Behind the Beats, man. I'm here with superstar, artist, producer. Man, I can't even, there's so many different plethoras to this guy's career. Kent Jones, man. Kent, my brother, man. We back again, man. You answering some great questions. We got a good vibe. Everybody talking about our orange. Yeah, things happen. You know what I'm saying? We didn't... Kent, I want to ask you, like, I know they have different realms of music and different radio stations. You got, urban, adult contemporary. Do you put yourself like in a not really a box, but just like, what's your genre, or it's just like, explain it to me. Like, who is Kent Jones when it comes to your sound?
Well, okay. Ken Jones we already established it's world music.
Yes.
You know, we can go and research that and find that in fact it is world music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But from a standpoint of you asking the person that's sitting in front of you,
Yeah.
it's definitely world music. But again, it's got a spirit to it that every soul resonates with that they haven't felt in about half a century.
Like a gumbo, like some of everything. It's all type.
I'll tell you this: I'm not an island nigga. You know what I mean? I love the island niggas and the island women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm a nigga from Memphis and from Florida.
Okay.
Not from across the border.
Yeah.
In that order. Come on now.
Yeah. So we can expect a lot of different sounds.
We can expect the funk.
The funk, definitely.
The funk is back.
I see the hair. And I see what's going on. Is this new way of, like, not new, just this way of dressing is gonna with the music?
Well, yeah, absolutely,
okay,
for sure. But then I want to point out, you see, our culture, we starting to dress like that. You see the nails, you see the hair, you see the funk everywhere.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the music has not been alive in about half a century.
Definitely.
And people been sampling it.
Yeah.
And taking and redo, shout out to Silk Sonic opening the door to the public with that.
Mm-hmm.
Same time with me and D Nice did last year with Neo with that old school sound.
Yeah.
But now this is going to give people the bigger picture of what that actually is. They got a Grammy off of that.
Yeah.
And my boy Lucky Day, he was in the studio with me when we did the record we did not too long ago, and I was playing him this stuff from off of this new album, and the first word he said was this Grammy. And he got up off that couch a few months later and went and got a Grammy. I was like, it's time.
It's time.
Let's go.
So I know COVID hit, right? And, like the entertainment music was up. A lot of people, broke up. Things happened. And, a lot of things happened during COVID. Tell me your experience and how did you deal with that? How did you deal with COVID? You know what I'm saying? How did you deal with that?
I always tell people, right? It seems like COVID happened for me, not to me, right? For one, I gained a partnership at that time, and because I had a studio going on and stuff like that, and that happened during COVID.
Okay.
When I came to Miami.
Wow. Had
I not come when I came, first of all, when I got to Miami, it was the first day of lockdown. That's when they just started.
Wow.
Yeah, they began the minute I landed. You know what I'm saying? So and then that day I went to meet up with my peoples and oh shit, studio, okay, let's do it. Yeah. So it just started. And I started creating records, right? And one of the records I created was a record that I called Disco Love, right? And so another guy got real worldwide during COVID, and he was a DJ named D Nice. Okay. Right? Yeah. Club Quarantine. Which came from what? COVID. Right? People in their house and da-da-da.
And now he's touring off Club Quarantine.
Right. But in between that, if it wasn't for COVID, there would be no Club Quarantine. Yeah. If it wasn't for D Nice and Club Quarantine, there would be no Plans for Love, which is the record his single that he dropped last year
with
me and Neo. Oh, dope. You understand what I'm saying? I fully produced that record, fully wrote that record, and they had me on Billboard last year. Wow. It got me on Media Base everywhere last year, and it brought a fire to my name and my brand in 2021. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So you can find me on Billboard in 2021 as well as 2016. You know what I'm saying? As well as last year also the Khaled album. Okay. The joint with her and Migos, produced by Kent Jones. Wow. And Cool and Dre. Yeah. 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 You know what I'm saying?
It's all about hard work, and I think that's what separates you from a lot of people.
It happened for me, man. Yeah. Shout out to L.A. Reid. That's my friend L.A. Reid.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
Loyal man. Yeah. Loyal guy. One of the greatest guys in the industry.
So what's you got any new ventures going on for Kent? Any new things happening? I know you got the new album, but is there any like app deals you doing?
I'll say this, because those things are a little sensitive. What I'll say this is that I'm working to take a foot in the educational front in music. Definitely. In terms of the big bands in K through 12 and the collegiate level. Mm-hmm. And I'm also starting my own ensemble called the Ghetto Symphony Ensemble.
Okay.
A lot of the bass was, it's Broward orientated, but we got players from different places. Right now, we're using, shout out to the On One band in Orlando. We're using them to kind of funnel the players and kind of bring the system about. But that's what I'm working on, the educational front in music. I have my own jazz standards. I have my own compositions that I want the students to learn as a part of their curriculum, just like they study Miles Davis, just like they study John Coltrane, Thelonious Monk, all of these different, but Count Basie Orchestra, Duke Ellington, just like they study all of these people, I want them to also study Kent Jones.
No, definitely. So Kent Jones, man, segueing into this now, I want you to give some advice. Who's that?
That's my phone?
That's your phone, Kent Jones.
Oh, okay.
He's always busy, man.
That's all right. That's all right.
Kent, I'm a young, inspiring artist, producer. I want to do what Kent Jones is doing, right? I'm 17, going on 18. I'm about to graduate high school. I'm in 12th grade. What advice could you give me before I make that choice of college or that choice of pursuing my career or doing both? What advice would you give me?
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to do? Not what people close to you that you love so much and value their opinion want you to do or want you to show up as or think that you should do for your own safety and for your, when I say safety, for your own, just to, get by or just to make sure you're not being too risky or making sure, because people do care and some people may.
Yeah.
You have to make it about what is it that you want to do.
Yeah.
And a lot of people know what they want to do before they learn why.
That is true.
You understand what I'm saying?
That is.
And so you never know what the why is, and that's why you have to always, what do you want? Because then knowing why you want what you want, it may help you. It give you more clarity in your journey. Definitely. What do you want to do? And if it's something that your heart, your spirit, your soul desires, then all you need to do is to use your mind to connect the dots. Definitely. Not to worry or not to second guess or not to, self-sabotage or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Some people self-sabotage too because honestly they're afraid of they're afraid of what's on the other side of it because they don't know themselves without the trauma, without the struggle, without all of that. They don't know themselves without it. And deep down, they self-sabotage because that's all that they know.
That's all they know.
So at the end of the day, what it boils down to, even to get rid of that, what do you want to do?
That is true.
What is it that you truly desire to do? And that's based off of what is it that you have taught yourself that you truly deserve out of life? Mm-hmm. Have you trained yourself that you only deserve to a certain point? Because you feel like if the people in your universe can't go where you're supposed to go, then you don't deserve it. Mm-hmm. And that's a lie. So the first step is, unprogram yourself from other people's opinions and other people's perception of you and what other people going to think and what other people going to say and the people going to laugh and people going to cry and people going to do that anyway. People going to laugh, people going to cry, and people going to die.
Even when you're doing the right things.
You understand? So at the end of the day, what is it that you want to do?
Yeah.
And that comes with a heavy accountability to yourself. You know what I mean? To not feed yourself lies, to serve as an excuse, to be less than, to not, again, self-sabotage or do anything like that, but to actually, be one with what it is you are to be. And that's it. And the first step to that is if you're 17 and you want to do this and you want to do that, part of knowing what you want to do is being. And you got to learn how to be without anything in front of it before you can be anything.
100%.
Be okay with being. You was just talking about that over there too.
Yeah.
Just be okay with being.
Yeah.
That's it.
Be okay with being by yourself.
Be a bit with being by yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be nothing.
Yeah.
And don't let nobody rush your process either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Find yourself the right way.
You got to. Yeah. You ain't got to be. If you ain't happy right now and you dealing with some stuff, okay. Don't let nobody come try to drag you into their happy universe. If you got to deal with some emotions, you got to deal with that shit. Because at the end of the day, it's going to come back. And how does it tie into what we talking about? Emotions, the frequency, music, sound. The music, the one thing that allows you to muse. It causes powerful. It causes you to think. it causes you to feel sorry without having to think.
Definitely.
That's what music does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it be thinking about where you were, if it's a song that you know really well, where you were when you first heard it, you know, or if it's a song that you never heard before, where you were when you first felt the frequency that this song gives, and why do I like it so much, and I want to play it, and you know, I went on Dr. Oz. He was talking about the earworm, and scientifically there are certain frequencies that, so it's a frequency that passes through your three-dimensional ear and into out of those gateways to your soul into your internal frequency.
Yeah.
And now that can either be a superpower or a mass weapon of destruction.
Wow. That was deep, Kent, man. So, man, Kent, tell everybody in the Behind the Beats world how to follow you, Kent Jones.
Follow me. I'm the Bishop at Kent Jones Official, Instagram.com, at Twitter, Kent Jones WTB, YouTube.com, Kent Jones. You could also Pornhub.com. No, thank you.
Man, Kent, listen, man.
You know that.
This is one of many conversations we're going to have because we got to visit back again when the project drops. But listening to you, Kent, you're very intelligent. People don't see that in you, and because they don't get to speak to you as much. You don't really, you know, you're not going to really put that on IG, but I get to spend a lot of musical time with you. So I know how your mind works with the frequencies. And music is very psychological, and people don't understand that. It's very much a mind game on music. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Abebe Lewis. You're watching Behind the Beats, and we out.